Right, Premiership, and well, we won't do like a Championship roundup because we've still got the KO Cup to go.
The Knockout Cup,
The Knockout Cup, but we'll do a Premiership roundup of the season.
Because as I'm going to Oxford next week, as you know, so after I've been to Oxford, I can mention that meeting.
Yeah, we can do a whole Championship roundup next week.
But so I won't see you at Oxford next week, will I?
No.
No. But I can let you know. I can let you know how it went.
Yeah, you can let me know how it went.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's jump into
before we start the Premiership chat,
the Rome Motor Oil Premiership.
Before we start it, Josh today at my daycare centre asked me some very good questions, Samuel.
Did they?
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Josh, see what you got.
So, I'll read it out to you. So, this season, worst referee decision. That's your first question.
Oh, that's a good question.
I've got mine. I've got mine already.
I'd say the one. I think it was for the first. No, Leicester against Ipswich in the playoffs when they excluded Keenan Rue.
Yeah.
But they're not excluding Max Frick.
Yeah. Okay.
That was mine, I think.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Where were we in the summer?
Birmingham.
No.
Bellevue.
Yeah.
Speedway of Nations.
Yeah.
Was this the final?
The Friday night.
Oh, the under-19s.
Yeah, I've never seen such a shambolic bullshit decision, mate. That was a joke, that decision. And everyone in the stadium could see that there was no contact.
Oh, was this between, who was it?
That's Sweden and Poland.
Was that when it kicked off in the pits?
Correct.
Oh yeah, Philip Hellstrom bans through his toys at the pram, didn't he? His dummy at the pram.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Denny also asked me this question. Best race we've seen this season?
Oh, wow. I'll go for mine first.
You can go first.
Speedway of Nations again.
Okay.
When Lebedevs and Hülkenberg were both on the line.
Okay.
You know which heat I'm on about, don't you?
Yeah.
That was a good one though, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good one. Mine, it actually happened last Thursday. Dougie against Dan Bewley.
Yeah.
Dougie had that race, but Dan Bewley just nicked it on the line.
Bewley did well there though, didn't he?
Yeah, right. Thanks, Josh, for your questions, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Right, Premiership. We'll start off with Birmingham season. Samuel's loving it, everyone.
What a season they've had. It's been absolutely wonderful, hasn't it? Everything has gone. Sam Ermolenko, Nigel Tolley, Chris Adams, not Lawrence Rogers' way. It's all gone perfect. It's been rubbish. Gosh, I've never known. Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah. We'll get 2 heat leaders into the team. Vaclav Milik and Piotr Pavlicki, those are your heat leaders. Are they heat leaders? No. Vaclav Milik is just a scrubby clown who needs to learn how to drive a bike properly. Oh. Well, no. Vaclav Milik, he can be good. He's hot and cold. Pavlicki, I don't know. I don't know what planet Piotr Pavlicki lives on, but certainly not this one.
No.
Because
You can say the same thing about Benjamin
Watching him
Basso.
in the meetings, I actually thought he was going to do quite all right, but no, he was rubbish. He just, I don't know. He only seems to want to turn up when he feels like it. And I was just watching him, and he just wasn't even trying.
Nah. I'll tell you what.
I like his brother, Premiership Pavlicki. Do you know about his brother?
Yeah, I'll tell you what did it for me with Birmingham.
Yeah.
Getting rid of Ben Cook.
Zach Cook.
Zach Cook, sorry, yeah.
He's getting mixed up between the two, yeah.
I thought that was a really stupid move. And okay, we understand he's got an attitude problem. But you can't get rid of someone like that. That's when it all started to go wrong.
Well, yeah, because he did really well before they got rid of him, and then obviously,
then they recalled him up, didn't they?
He left it. I think they brought. Who did they bring? I think they brought Justin Sedgman in for him.
That weren't really a good move either.
He did fairly well, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they brought Zach Cook back again.
Yeah, it just didn't.
How does that work?
Just didn't sit right. Do you know? This is one thing they need to bring back next year. Premiership pairs.
Yes.
Because
the Championship pairs this year at Oxford was really good.
Yeah, we were both there, and that final was.
But they need to bring the Premiership ones back.
Yeah. They need to.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah,
I know they had it last year at Leicester, didn't they?
Yeah. So, yeah, it was. Look, Birmingham did not have a good season. I think.
No, if they want to come back. They want to come back to the tapes next season. They need to get a better team together. They really do.
Get more fans beyond the turnstile, because that's what. Honestly, when I was there, I weren't really okay. I enjoyed seeing all your mates and that, but apart from that, for me the atmosphere was dead. It was dead, and I was actually quite surprised
Could you see what I meant about it when you came?
Yeah, when we did that preview. But yeah,
every time when Sheffield came down, there was always an atmosphere because you know who was Sheffield, don't we?
Yeah, Bentu Barmy.
They bring atmosphere to any track they go to.
Yeah. Look, yes, that's Birmingham. Look, I'd give them 2 out of 10. Shocking season. Kings Lynn next.
It's been a very frustrating time for Brum at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, Kings Lynn. Do you know what? I was actually impressed with their August month. They
looked strong though. The team Kings Lynn this year looked better, didn't it?
It looked better. They looked more on the pace at the end of the season. But again, they had injuries. They had riders not turning up to meetings.
Yeah, they did.
Like Benjamin Basso.
He was another one.
Who is another absolute muppet.
Do you not like Ben Basso?
I used to like him, but since what he did, nah. But to be fair, I thought Kings Lynn looked pretty decent, to be fair. Niels Christian-Everson did alright.
Oh yeah, because Michael Palmtoft was at Kings Lynn as well, wasn't he? But then they signed him to Birmingham, and he was rubbish then.
Yeah, he did alright.
Niels Christian-Everson did well, yeah.
Jankovic, when he came in, was superb.
He did. Oh, his debut, wasn't he? Didn't he smash his first heat at British Speedway?
Absolutely smashed it when everyone was saying it's totally different, but he absolutely smashed it.
Yeah. Who else have they had at Kings in this year? Tobias Mujelak, obviously he's only did a couple of meetings at the start of the season, so he had that injury.
Then he dislocated.
And I was there when it happened.
Then he dislocated his shoulder, didn't he, or something?
Yeah, I was there.
But yeah, I thought they've been a bit unlucky with injuries this year. But
yeah.
yeah,
I'll tell you another team who's been very unlucky with injuries this season.
go on.
Ipswich.
Yeah, we'll get on to them in a minute.
Yeah, so
Right,
yeah, we'll go.
next team, Oxford. First season back in the Premiership.
Oxford, yeah.
What are we saying?
Oxford. They've had good riders in the season. For the Spires. I don't know why it's the Spires, but anyway.
But we've already discussed that.
Back in the olden days, it was either Oxford Cheetahs or Oxford Silver Machine or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah, now they've got 3 bloody names. Don't get us started on that.
Oxford Spires, Oxford Cheetahs, Oxford Chargers. By the way, in 2025, they're doing all 3 leagues again. I don't know if you know.
For fuck's sake.
But anyway, the Spires this season, Rowan Tungate has been a decent one for them this year.
Yep, agreed.
Chris Harris has been... Yeah, we know what Bomber's like.
We know what Bomber's like. You know what you're going to get with Bomber as well.
Matt Sayanovsky, he really struggled at the beginning of the season for Oxford, didn't he? Didn't he struggle?
Look, it's not... Let's not sugarcoat it. He really did have a dreadful start to the season.
He did. He didn't start off. I think he said he got frustrated and he said he wasn't going his way or anything. But then, as meetings went on, I think was it halfway through the season or a couple of, I don't know. He started to get better again, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He started to get better again. I mean, I think Janowski's very inconsistent. Do you think he's hot and cold?
He's hot and cold. I thought Eric Riss did all right for them.
Yeah, Eric Riss.
Didn't do too bad.
Who else rode? Charles Wright.
It's a funny one with Charles Wright. He's another rider what can be brilliant one night and then he can have an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Agreed?
I agree with that. And then they did have Nikolai Clint at Oxford, but then he went back to Kings Lynn and then he had that nasty injury. Nikolai Clint's an interesting rider, don't you think? He can be really... The thing with Nikolai Clint, I've noticed this with him. I don't know if you've noticed as well, but when he wins his first heat, he's brilliant all night. But when he loses his first heat, he's rubbish the rest of the night.
Yeah, it's just how it goes. Yeah, I thought Oxford did all right. Right, top 4.
Oxford were very unlucky, and also a big shout to Peter Schruck because Peter Schrock, the Oxford manager, he's managed all 3 of them this season. Fair play to him.
He's done quite well, to be fair.
Peter Schrock, yeah.
So he's done quite well. Bellevue.
Fair play to him, eh?
Did Leicester finish 4th?
Did they? I think.
Gonna have a look at the table.
So now the playoffs, it was Ipswich, Leicester, Bellevue and Sheffield, wasn't it?
Just so I know who finished 4th and then we can just go from there. Premiership. Ipswich, right, Ipswich. Here we go. We'll go Ipswich. Good season. Just fell away at the end. Don't know if you agree.
Yeah.
They just fell away at the end. I feel for Ipswich.
A lot of fans were saying that Leicester were favourites, but
I feel for Ipswich because they were unlucky with injuries. Look, Doyle, look, Danny King. Look, the whole team rode their backsides off.
Saifuddinov as well, we know what Saifuddinov. I think everyone knows what Saifuddinov's like.
Yeah, he was good, but look, don't really want to sugarcoat it. That middle part where they were just really struggling for riders, and quite a lot of them were just getting injured.
It was, yeah, and it was a big, it was a big loss for them, wasn't it? And they, they've had Scott Nichols guesting for them. I don't know how many times this year.
Yeah, but yeah, like that's Ipswich.
He did guest for Birmingham a couple of times for the first couple of meetings as well.
Yeah.
Publicly.
We'll do Sheffield. How do you think
Sheffield? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Sheffield have been...
I'd say they've been really good this season.
I think they've been... their man. Who are you going to give Rider of the Season to for Sheffield? I know who I'm going to give. Shall I go first or you?
You can go.
Chris Holder.
Yeah, I'm slightly going to go different.
Yeah.
It's not who you think. Normally I would say Josh Pickman, wouldn't I? I'm not going.
Not him.
No, I'm going the other Holder.
Oh, Jack Holder.
I think he's been really good as well this year.
Yeah, I think he's done all right this year. He's done really well. Him and his brother have been at it, haven't they?
The same with Josh. He's been superb for them.
He had a shocking start of the season as well, didn't he, like Janoski?
Yeah, but to be fair though, they were disappointed not to make the final. But I think they've had a very good season. Right, Leicester.
Leicester, wow. Okay. Leicester. Leicester's an interesting one. Because they've had some really good meetings this season, but since the playoffs was heading, they were going backwards.
Yeah, it was, and then they got lucky in the semi-final.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But yeah, I think they'll be happy. Look, Stuart Dixon, it'll be disappointing that they haven't won the league.
Oh, yeah,
but
big time.
I think if you're looking at the bigger picture, they've had a very good season. Don't know if you agree.
Oh, yeah, I agree, yeah, definitely.
Right, champions.
Bellevue.
What can we say about Bellevue? I mean, wow. Wow, and you know what? Brady Kurtz, Dan Bewley, take my money for next year. That's all I'm going to say. Because they've been world class this year.
Oh, they have. And because at the start of the season, a few people weren't too sure about the lineup for Bellevue this year.
No, I weren't, but I'm going to say this though, they weren't really fancied beating Sheffield, were they?
No, they weren't. Well, they had at the start. They had Connor Mountain and Connor Bailey as their reserves, didn't they?
And that didn't work out.
That didn't work out. And then they brought in Tate Shishki, didn't they, from Workington?
And then he got injured
at his debut at Bellevue.
Yeah.
And then Jake Mulford was brought in.
Yeah.
And then they brought in another rider from Workington, Antivulas, and he hasn't been too bad this year.
Yeah.
Antivulas.
Bellevue, in my opinion, rightly so, champions for a reason. In my opinion, right.
Fair play to them.
Yeah, fair play. I want to chat. Obviously, we're going to get to the championship next week with every single club and that. But
so we'll leave championship for this week.
Yeah, we'll leave the champion. But I want to chat about last night's meeting.
Oh, yes, I'd like to hear it because I was at the thing. You'd like to hear more about it because I think you might know a bit. Is there any more to it that you haven't told?
Right. Do you know what? I'm just going to get straight into it. I was scrolling through Twitter, as you do, and Speedway updates. Not the Instagram stupid Speedway updates. The one what gives the update scores.
Oh, yeah.
So, it was really tight. And then I can't remember what heat it was. I get this video on Twitter. My Twitter's going mad. And Vinnie Ford's getting absolute belters from the Oxford fans.
Vinnie Ford, he's getting...
He got absolutely belt. He got tons of abuse and everything.
So were they effing and jeffing at
They
him?
were calling him a fucking cheat and everything.
Vinnie Ford, yeah.
So I've seen the incident. I don't know how he's got up from that crash. It is.
He's dangerous.
I don't know if you've seen it.
I saw the crash. Yes, I did briefly. My gosh, that was. Oh.
And then the way how he smirked in front of the Oxford fans, it's like, you really love yourself to the camera, don't you? He really loves himself to the camera. It's the way he smirks to the Oxford fans. It was so funny.
Do you like him?
No.
Vinnie Ford.
By the way,
how dangerous do you think he is?
What, out of 10? 9.5.
Very.
Yeah. So everyone who, before the start of the season, I went to a meeting, Leicester against Edinburgh. And who was in that meeting? Oh, Vinnie Ford. And what does he do in Heat 1? Crashes right in front of me.
Does that surprise you?
That just proves how dangerous he is.
Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you? Because it was the National League and everything.
Yeah.
And you said to me in Heat 1, I was right about Vinnie Ford.
Yeah.
He crashes right in front of you. Did you say that improves what?
It just improves how dangerous he is.
He's not safe, is he?
Nah.
I mean, with Luke Colleen, how lucky was Luke Colleen? He could have caused damage to Luke Colleen, couldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet the Oxford fans are. When I go to Oxford next week in the knockout cup against Paul, that is going to be. Do you think they're going to boo him? Do you think they're going to boo him next week, the Oxford fans?
When his name gets, if you can, try and video when the announcer announces his name, and I'm going to video it for me, and I can see his reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so the Oxford fans were fuming with
they
him
were
last
fuming.
night.
Which I don't blame them. I don't.
So that was dirty, wasn't it?
That was aggressive. Every single word you can think of. Aggressive, dangerous. You can see what he was going to do. He was trying to wipe his team, the Oxford team.
Who was his teammate riding with? Who was he riding? Who were the other riders in it? Can you remember?
I think it was Luke.
It was Luke Colleen, Vinnie Ford, because Vinnie Ford took Luke Colleen out. What heat was it? That's what I remember.
I can't remember on the top of my head, but yeah, let's be honest though, Sam. Paul find a way to win another championship, don't they?
Of course they did. They did.
And yeah, it's just obviously they were 12 points down. I thought they were excellent last night. You can see why they're good at winning. They've been in this position before, and they know how to get over the line.
Yes.
And that's something what you need to do at this level.
All have done it. And they've done it in the first division as well, haven't they? But they want to stay in the second division.
Which I understand why. I totally get it. Because they weren't very happy with their race nights. They didn't really like the Premiership being Monday, Thursday. Which you kind of get. But yeah, they deserve to be champions in my opinion. I thought they were excellent last night. Oxford pushed them all the way. And yeah, I don't know what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah, Oxford just pushed them all the way. Just wasn't enough. And that KO Cup next week. Knockout Cup, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
That Paul going for their treble. I tell you what, I'm very excited to see how that meeting goes. Because
we just need Vinnie Ford to ride safely.
Or you're going to have a heart attack.
Gosh, he's not safe at all, that kid.
No, he can't ride the bike properly.
Comparing to William Cairns, Ashton Bowden and Max Perry, Luke Harris and all them riders, they can do it properly, can't they?
They can't, but yeah, to be fair, Paul deserved that title last night. They've been the best team in the championship by an absolute country mile. But yeah, I don't know what you think, Sam.
Yeah, I agree. Big time.
But yeah, I think that wraps up the pod until next week.
I think it does, yeah.
And there's going to... So, been chatting to Josh today. I've got a little spoiler for next year. When I come to the Birmingham meetings, I might get some added content to the channel where we're going to be like interviewing riders and that. Yeah, so the meetings I come to Birmingham, we'll have to we will be getting some interviews done for the pod.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that, obviously I was chatting about it today with Josh. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I've been Kieran, that's been my host Sam. And yeah, see you later guys, out of here.